Sorry for being gone for a hot minute after saying that I was gonna stream the next day. Things have been hectic, to say the least. But hey, everyone, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. It's been a while, huh? I kept iffing and erring on whether or not I was gonna do this stream today, primarily because I had to wake up super early today to take my cat to the vet. Yippee. Luckily, he's alright. We just had to get him shaved because his fur was getting too long, and for some reason, he actually starts tearing out his fur in clumps whenever it gets that way. Is King okay? Yes, he is. He is actually more okay than usual, because now he is very happy because he does not like being long hair. He is a very unique cat in the way that he does not like having his fur at all. So currently he is bald. Well, mostly, he has a lion mane. He doesn't mind the lion mane, or the lion tail. Clover, you are a child. I do not think that you would be a very good lawyer. I'm sorry. Wait, are they talking about me? Oh, damn, I forgot who witness, I forgot who, oh, mama. Yeesh. Well, that woke me up.
Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox for my boyfriend when I sensed something, perhaps. It was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car.
Yeah, okay, I got good news. What is your good news?
The chief prosecutor is holding a knife in her right hand. Then, she thrust the pointing tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
As you can see, there's no room for doubt. Why am I bringing him to British mode again? As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The point of the knife which you saw being stabbed is a Detective Goodman.
So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed?
I'm still thinking about that.
It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
'Tis but a scratch. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the Dear God, I'm still in Deltarune mode, for crying out loud. The judge is starting to sound like rules card. I'm rolling the R's. Happy Pride. Okay, first off, let's check the knife. Trace it. No prints. Okay, there's no prints. Once again, I find the way the knife looks in this case to be incredibly weird. I mean, for crying out loud, the knife is normal, but the way that the blood is splattered on it is not. So what's happened in this case? The chief prosecutor... Hold on. Let me, Alright, there we go. So basically, this girl named Emma Skye is a high school junior, self-styled scientific investigator, and her sister is Lana Skye, the chief prosecutor, who's being accused of the murder of this man, Bruce Goodman, a detective in charge of homicide and criminal affairs. Other characters in this case, Jake Marshall, our boy Dick Gumshoe, and our bestie, and Phoenix's bestie slash slightly gay love interest, Miles Edgeworth.
Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless.
Sounds pretty fatal to me.
What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty?
Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having her panicking next to me makes me feel calmer.
Don't smile like that.
This boyfriend, he's a detective?
Not that boyfriend. Security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Your Honor, I call for bribery. Also, what about instead of yet another boyfriend, what about a girlfriend? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to know what I'm doing. How old is she? 31 years old. She is almost twice my age. That is not...
Note to self. The judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the line in A block. It's up on the second level. You can see everything from down there.
That wouldn't be the room with the security sign. No, Phoenix, you think? Incidentally, did you bring your lunch boxes by car?
Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime.
You sense something? So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder?
It felt like, how would you say? Oh yes. It was like a feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds.
I have no idea what that means. Neither does I, Judge. Neither does I. I can't even fucking speak, apparently. Speaking of detectives' intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective?
Yes, well, he was like a young cheese.
Young cheese?
A pale white cheese, not yet tangy with experience on the streets, nor what you'd call a greenhorn.
It must be that I must be hard, yellowed, and sharp as a tack.
Yeah, with an odor of an old cheese to match.
Damn, Emma!
In any case, there in the line, I felt something stir in the back of my mind.
Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying.
I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all.
Yes, that's about right.
Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set.
You can't testify to your ability to kill an egg. I mean, a person.
Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor.
So the defendant was holding a knife. What then? Once again, I feel like the way the blood is splattered on this thing, it doesn't make sense. Tell the court why you didn't try to stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? The defense has a point.
Unfortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Bless you, mister. Sorry, my cat just sneezed. I hope you didn't catch something from the vet. Oh, you're good. Okay, mister. No. Too late. Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon.
I see.
It's only a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. We can make it.
I said that before. Anything else? Okay, we already... Okay, this is the only thing we haven't pressed. How did you know?
I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence to crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch lady's uniformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one.
Laid off? She was fired.
To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro. As you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless.
Very well. You may continue, Miss Starr. I don't think I pressed this one. My garish car, you mean?
Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife which the victim was stabbed with was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it?
Indeed it was. Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure was the defendant.
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I'm certain it was her.
If he's telling the truth, we're doomed.
Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have proof, we can always nitpick.
Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness.
You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie.
Huh? Rookie?
Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
That was inspiring.
I believe I heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lonely post of lunch lady, but my instincts are home.
A photograph? You took this? I don't know what that voice was. That wasn't the judge.
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera.
Sure, because why fucking not? I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you? A prosecutor. Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this most certainly is the defendant. Oh no, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So what was the defendant? So, I think I finally found the Edgeworth voice. So what was the defendant doing at the time?
The chief prosecutor's holding a knife in her right hand.
Wait a second. So, this is the Lunchland thing. Wait a second. Through the wire fence. Here's the issue here. Ahem. Wait, no, there's the wire fence. Fuck. I could have sworn I didn't see that at first. Hi, Rose Star. Okay. Wait a second, if she had the knife... where is it? And also, there would most certainly be blood on her hand, right?
Objection!
Holy shit! And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky and stab the victim with the knife.
As I already said, yes. I swear it on my finest Sam Swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine lunch. Judge, buddy, think with your brain and not with your stomach. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding the knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest I guess I should probably make it sound more like his objection. What does his objection sound like? Objection! Objection. That'd be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Gay. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing.
Objection!
And how can you tell that?
Blood splatter.
Huh?
See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat.
But it's a black and white photograph. Oh, yes, it is hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you just gonna sit there with that and take that kind of abuse?
Yay. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said earlier in her testimony. Namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime.
Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies.
That's it?
If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understand it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor's guy was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder.
Objection!
Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Once again, they aren't covered in blood. Surgical gloves made out of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? Ugh. If it was not premeditated, she would have not been wearing those gloves. Once again, is nobody seeing the clear lack of blood splatter on her hand? Look, as somebody who accidentally stabbed themselves, I've seen what happens when blood spurts from a knife wound. It gets on your hand. It got on both my hands. I swear, if YouTube doesn't take me down eventually, it will be a miracle. If it was not premeditated, she would not have been wearing those gloves. Ugh! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Hold it!
What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves?
Objection!
The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind of used for autopsies.
In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime.
Ugh. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Starr. This is bad. She's got them thinking it was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show this wasn't premeditated.
It's,
I know, Emma. I know. It's only a flesh wound. You damn Monty Python loving British motherfucker. Who am I kidding? I made her British. I shouldn't be calling her British motherfucker or anything. Am I the British all along? Oh no. Shit. I accidentally skipped over that.
Objection!
And we failed that. Bread, Amber, please tell me that you didn't just drink another energy drink. Coffee? Coffee's alright. Another energy drink? No. Here is Bianca's top tips on energy drinks. Very bad for you. Do not drink them. Yes, this is coming from a very, very, very EP trans girl, and yet I hate Monster with more than every fiber of my being. Surprise, bitch. already addicted to monster jam.
Objection!
Witness, do you know what this is?
Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was used in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. That's what this is. Bloody murder? Bloody murder weapon. A red car, all belonging to the prosecutor here. Defendant chief prosecutors.
Mommy, are prosecutors bad people?
Who brought their kid to jury duty? Isn't that against the law? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony.
What's that, rookie?
In your testimony, you say that Lana Sky planned this murder, and that's why she's wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also not prepare the most important thing? The murder weapon.
Oh.
Like, we're actively showing off pictures of a murder scene and a bloody knife, and yet somebody brought their kid to the damn jury duty? Gumshoe, arrest this woman. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Order. Order. This series doesn't have jury duty yet. They don't have jury duty in Ace Attorney. Then who brings their kid to a court case? Who the fuck? An idiot? Either that or that wasn't a kid. And that was somebody who really doesn't know how to keep their secrets to themselves. Hello, Cleo. How are you? Order! 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 Great. Now the tide is turning in our favor.
Great show, Mr.
Okay, she's definitely British with that freaking.
Great show.
Though I do feel like she would do a jolly good show, but then that's for the other Ace Attorney games.
Great show, Mr. Wright. Sister's as good as free.
Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. Oh, what? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned. Not over such a trifling detail. This shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Well, the prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. Defense into Lana Sky murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing...
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us what you saw, not what you thought.
How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated.
Really now. Once again, nobody is paying attention to the fact that the gloves that she was supposedly wearing at the time of the murder had 0 blood on them. It's not like she could have walked It's not like she could have walked to a sink, washed off her thing, went back to the murder body, and just sort of stood there enough for this bitch to take the picture, especially considering she apparently saw when she stabbed the bitch.
That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Nothing else could drive her. She'd plunge into a knife again and...
Girl! He was stabbed once! I can already see the problem here. I just skipped through a bunch of dialogue, I'm sorry.
Objection!
You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that.
Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. Oh, my surprise.
I'm afraid that moss growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. Girl, you're 16.
What a hunk. He's my hero villain.
Girl, he is 24. Get your act together. Who am I fucking kidding? Should I really be judging this bitch? I got my objection. No one noticed? Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. Now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
Once again. Okay, depending on how she put pressure on the victim's body, the blood could have splattered at a certain angle where it would have hit her chest. But considering it was a bleed-out wound, I'm guessing it was to the vital area such as the heart or the lung. I'd assume the heart. Then tell us what you thought you saw that you thought was blood. Wait, then tell us what you thought you saw that was blood. Testify.
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how...
Hold it!
Her red muffler?
Yes, a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wore...
Where the fuck is her scarf, bitch?
So she can easily be hanged at a moment's notice, I suppose. She's right.
This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait, isn't it odd that you mistook it for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. How could somebody mistake that dwarven godsend of a beard for a fucking bib? Judge of a bib. That's why this place feels like a kindergarten sometimes.
Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her chest.
However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife. I mean, to be fair, we do not see underneath the desk. For all we know, he could be a dwarf. Just standing on a very, very high seat. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony.
Mr. Wright, this is our chance.
Chance for what, I wonder? Transfer what, I wonder? Miss Star has turned out to be as short-tempered as she is when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really seems to set her off.
The short wick burns out the fastest. That is a scientific fact.
I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and then even a really short wick will burn longer.
Obviously, more scientific testing is required.
Well, it's obvious what this is. The only reason I had to press that fucking testimony is because I don't know what a fucking muffler is.
Objection!
Your Honor, this bitch is clearly lying.
Objection!
Mr. Star. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Copying the words of my boyfriend, I mean best friend, I mean enemy, I mean rival, Phoenix Wright over here. Look at this photograph. You proved it yourself with this photograph.
But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations. Perhaps you found your true calling in life. Oof. Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? What was my objection? Chopped liver?
But it was there. A scarf. No, not that. But something red. Really.
Well now, the witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that.
Very well.
Also, I never even realized up until this point, how did I not realize that she has heterochromia? One eye being light blue and the other being... What is this? Seemingly a grayish brown?
I do remember some things accurately, at least.
Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part.
The part where your sister stabs the victim. Edgeworth has done a good job of getting her riled up for us. Now we just need to hit her where it hurts. What evidence will do her in, I wonder? Could it be the fucking... I don't know. The fact that there's no blood on the gloves?! You can't tell I'm a little bit pissed. That no one's mentioned the blood gloves.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run a petition off to her stand. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. She prosecuted me to escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile.
You are quite determined about this scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star.
That wasn't a very good metaphor, first of all. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake.
Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten.
Hey, yo. No thanks.
Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
I think everyone is weak to that, Emma.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum.
An oil drum? Hard to imagine.
Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman.
Do I have to do this? Do I have to do this? Wow. I'm pretty sure Phoenix wait! Phoenix wait! I swear if any of y'all clip that shit, I am taking you down. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your course examination if you wish. Wait, clip what? No one fucking tell Enchanted. Which parts specifically so we... Oh, you think you can trick me? The trickster of all tricksters? No.
After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the person.
Wait a fucking second.
I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time.
Maybe I should press her for more details. I'd like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. Shadow. Shadow, I swear to God. You know, hold on, everyone. I need to show y'all something. I need to show y'all something that a friend sent me earlier today. This was made by a friend of mine today. In reference to you guys. What you got there? Bianca. Bianca's weird fucking chat. This movie. You guys are an ostrich. Where was this? It's a meme my friend sent me. We're cool and amazing. That's one word that's one word for you. Well, that's two words for you. Not the full story, I'll tell you that much. Not saying those other two parts aren't true, but it ain't the full story. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr?
Yes, that's right.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing. The cough-up queen lunch lady athlete. Indeed.
It would have taken a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten my sister that fast.
Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did this guy knock it away?
Objection!
I had a weird feeling that that wasn't going to be the case. Okay, I'm gonna save here.
Objection!
Wasn't that either.
Hold it!
So where's this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means this wall next to the cup. That's right. There was a wall there, about 6 feet high.
She was obviously trying to hide herself. Quite a natural thing for a criminal to do.
And what does he do then? Accidentally, right? Accidentally. It... Nia, we... Please talk with this with a therapist. Please do not talk about stuff like that in chat. That can be very triggering to people. Can't see my therapist right now. Alright. I'm not gone, I'm just fixing up my stream stuff. Making sure that both of my chats are open. I have my YouTube chat and my just general Streamlabs chat at the same time. I accidentally moved some windows around, so I'm fixing it. There we go. Are you all good, girly? It's nothing. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Let's press her again. Sorry, it's fine. Just please talk without. Okay. I want to make it clear to newcomers coming into this chat. This is a safe space. You can talk about a lot here, but please, when it comes to personal matters such as stuff relating to SH or other such things, please do not bring it up in this chat. There are a lot of people in here who suffer from similar suffer from similar events, and it can be triggering to not only them, but it can also be upsetting to others in the chat. This is just general talk. I'm not scolding anyone. I'm just saying general rule for the future. It's my fault for not adding that to the rules. Probably should have done that, thinking about it now. Also, no, Nameless, I'm not doing the Snowgrave route because that route is fucking horrible. I hate it so much. It's great. It's brilliantly designed. I just hate it because Noelle sad make me sad. All right. You say quit. Okay, let's skip through some of this dialogue. Yeah, we pressed her for details. Okay, yeah, we already went through all this dialogue. Music. Sorry. Witness. As the photograph proves, she couldn't have seen it.
That's true. Star is acting strangely. First she mistakes a scarf for a blood splatter, and now she says she didn't see any scarf?
She doesn't strike me as the kind of witness to make careless mistakes either. Just what did Miss Star see down in that parking lot? What am I supposed to do here? It's okay, Nia. Nia, listen to me. You're not in trouble. I'm just saying for future reference. I know you're probably going through a lot and you just want some place to talk about it, but this is not the space to talk about stuff like that. You made a mistake. I'm glad that you realize that I'm glad you realized that it was a form of mistake, and thank you for apologizing, but it's okay.
Objection!
That wasn't it either.
Objection!
mention the muffler? What exactly did she say?
If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony.
Cheeky.
Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
So what you heard wasn't suspect talking to you, but to someone else.
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone.
Phone? She can't mean. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? This angel is enlisted with the police. No, she's a previous detective. Also, I am not aware if you created if you fixed the mistake earlier. I'm pretty sure it was just a spelling error. I'm fine with it. Just but you made a spelling error a little bit. Thank you, Gwen and Shadow.
Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately.
My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No. The court doesn't seek to stop.
Chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
The wall. That's right. Near the car. There was an emergency phone on the wall.
Apparently it was out of order.
EP o'clock. I'm so sorry. Damn, my eyes. So, sorry, my chat's not updating with this. I meant to say you. Okay, so it was an error. Thank you. Oh, I thought you said EP o'clock because I saw that on, okay. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should of course add this to your testimony.
The things I do to please the rookie defense attorney.
At 5:18.
Objection!
This testimony is so fucking annoying.
Hold it!
think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Aha! I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies.
And she picked up the emergency phone on the wall. Guys, I know we literally only started like, what, an hour and 11 minutes ago, but I'm feeling a bit drained. I'm gonna go. Have a good night, everyone.